Hey guys, M13 here. This is the beginning of a 3-day vacation. Today is Thursday morning. It's going to be Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday afternoon, evening, we're going to head back home. And it's just me, some jackets, a dog, another dog, and who's that?
JD.
Yeah, and JD. It's a daddy-son vacation. My wife was supposed to come, mainly because I'm kind of forced to invite her.
Daddy vacation.
It's my vacation. Really, JD?
Yeah.
Thank you. Are you going to be a good boy?
Yes.
Yeah, you're being a good boy so far. So far, he's being very generous. I'm like, do you want to listen to music? And he's like, it's up to you. And I'm like, yeah, we can put some music in. And I'm like, what music do you want to listen to? And he's like, you choose, Daddy. Listen to what you want to listen to. I'm like, oh, wow. Look at you. So I guess he's extra hard. You're trying extra hard to be a good boy, right? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
So yeah, so we've got a 3.5 hour drive, but with breaks, that'll most likely be about 4.5 hours. So yeah, we should be arriving at Nantou Gorge, and it'll be my son's first time seeing it around noonish. Why is this guy tailgating me? There's nothing to the left of me, nothing to the right of me, and he's just gonna ride on my ass. Like a moron. In a Honda. Big surprise. So that's it. That's the start of our 3-day vacation. What are you looking at?
A wave house.
A wave house?
Yeah. Look. There.
Oh, yeah.
The house looks like a wave.
Yeah, on the roof, right? It has the waves on the roof?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh, can you guys see something kind of cool on the screen? I'm not talking to you, JD. Talk camera. See in the distance there? Let me try zooming out. That big up and down building in the distance there, that's the Taipei 101. And it's kind of cool because I've never really noticed it much from the highways, because I'm normally on the number 1 highway, and this is the number 3, which I use less.
Are you going to go the fastest way?
And that's the Taipei 101 over there.
Can I go too fast?
Something I find interesting is that traffic isn't quite as bad as you will think it is. What do I mean by that? What I mean is the speed limit here is 100 kilometers an hour, and we're doing 35. So we're doing 1/3 of the speed limit due to traffic. But the GPS, our arrival time, and it seems like we've been doing this for like a half hour now. We've been doing like 1/3 of the speed limit for a half hour. But our arrival time has only changed by about 5 minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So even after like a half hour of driving it, what it seems like walking pace, we're only going to arrive at our destination maybe about 7 minutes late. Like, it's not that big of a deal, you know. It's like 7 minutes. And then some people are getting super frustrated about the traffic and trying their hardest to weave through it and whatnot. And even with all that extra effort, they're maybe going to save 1 minute, because they're still not going to be able to do the speed limit. They're just going to gain a few paces, and a minute's being generous, you know. It's just, it's nice to have the GPS, because I'm looking at the arrival time, and it's kind of counting up. It was originally like, I don't know, it was originally only like 38 minutes, like 12:38, now it's 12:44, so it's gone up like 6 minutes, even though I've been stuck in this traffic for like what seems a half an hour. So it's like, so when you get into traffic like this, don't even bother with the constant lane switching, trying to find the quicker lane. Just relax. It's not that big of a deal. You get to your destination 10 minutes late. Not that big a deal. Unless, of course, you're on a motorcycle, in which case you just go in between the cars and shoot to the very front. This is a new road. It's well, fairly new. It's only been up a few years, maybe 5 years, or yeah, maybe 5. Yeah, around 5, a bit more. It's what it is for those of you that have done my tour, for those of you familiar with Taiwan, there's a number 9 road that all the motorcycles do, and it's like crosses the mountains from the west coast to the east coast. Taiwan is the center of Taiwan, all the way from the north all the way to the very south. The center of it is mountains. There's like a wall of mountains that runs the entire length of the island in the middle, pretty much. And this road is a tunnel that pretty much just cuts all the way through the mountains in the northern part from west, so you can go from the west coast to the east coast. And we're pretty much just driving underneath the 9, which which is a road I've done in some of my videos. It's a famous road for motorcycles and sports cars and whatnot, because it's close to Taipei City, but it's the mountain road that goes from the west coast to the east coast, like all mountains. And a lot of people go on that road to get the curve on. But this is the highway that just drives underneath it, the whole thing. It's just like, I don't know, I think it's like 20 kilometers of tunnel. A quick video. Hey guys, I'm 13 here. Check it out, I'm on a highway in a car, which is supposed to be the most boring thing in the world. And look at these views, man. Just nothing but mountains all the way around, birds flying over there. Beautiful clouds, sharp peaks over there with a falcon in the distance. And we got some kind of Asian looking building. Yeah, you can go, I'm letting you go. Why don't you? Good for you, you figured it out. Moron. Yeah, move over again, why don't you? Get the hell out, yeah. Slow old man, move into the passing lane. You having fun?
Yeah.
Why are you having fun?
Looking around.
Looking around, yeah, it is fun. It's really pretty outside, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw in the video, maybe I can pause the video if you did see it. There were some scooters on the right-hand side, a bunch of red scooters, and they all had huge fire extinguishers onto them. What that was those were fire scooters. You know, fire engines, those are fire scooters, firefighting scooters. And it's because the reason why those would be very practical is because imagine if there's like two cars crash in here, and then they catch on fire, and then there'd be a huge traffic jam. How could a fire engine get into the tunnel when the whole tunnel is filled up with a traffic jam? So the scooters can lane split, go in between the cars, and get up to where the cars have crashed, and boom, put the fire out. It's actually a really smart idea. I'm guessing in America they don't have fire scooters, so, and in New York and stuff they have tunnels like this. So what happens if there's a huge crash and then they probably have like fire extinguishers all along the side wall. That's probably what they have there. But still, like if it's a bigger fire, those are huge fire extinguishers on the scooters. They were like 4 or 5 feet tall fire extinguishers.
Yeah.
Yep. You know where that hall used to be, JD? It's an army place. And soldiers would go in here, and they would shoot out the holes. Maybe if a boat is coming in, and they can shoot out. And this is really to protect them from bombs that are dropping. Before Taiwan fight with China. We killed a lot of chinks back in those days.
China jeans? What?
Yeah, China chinks.
What those are?
Just bad Chinese people. And they would come here and try to steal Taiwan, so we killed them. And then we'd laugh, and then we'd pee on their dead bodies. Cool, right? Yeah, we're gonna go outside, Judy. So, this is my son on Taiwan's most beautiful road, one of the world's most beautiful roads. We're inside of a gorge. The walls are made out of actual marble. Like, yeah, this is one of the biggest marble quarries of the world, and we're just driving through it. It's like driving through. Oh, what's that? I can't believe I forgot the name. Look at those rocks on the road here. See? We've actually passed quite a few of these rocks. They just constantly fall. There's parts of this road where you have to wear, if you get out of your car, you have to wear a hard hat to go for a walk. That was a foreigner that we just passed on the left. But you know, I knew it. I thought, okay, this is one of the most beautiful roads in the world. I'll take my son here. And then I was thinking to myself, he's probably just gonna think boring. And sure enough, he just said, I wish I could do something. In other words, I wish we weren't just driving along looking at crap. I wish I could actually like play video games or something. This is beautiful, JD. You see? You don't think this is beautiful? I don't think so, he says. Kid's spoiled rotten. he's not old enough to appreciate the beauty. And the sad thing is that as he gets older, like by the time he's like 16 years old or something, and he's old enough to appreciate this kind of beauty, he'll already be so used to it that he still won't appreciate it, because he'll have grown up his whole life with his father taking him here on every year or something, and then when he's older, he'll be like, oh yeah, I've been here a dozen times. It's kind of sad. 先生，你为什么跌倒？你很重。You okay? 你要去什么方向？ So, the old guy that was lying in the middle of the street, he was on that tour bus, and he was looking for the tour bus as I was driving along, trying to drop him off, and he just kept looking for his bus. But talking to the camera, JD, and then I said to them, I'm like, you know, like, he's old, you should keep an eye on him, and they said he was ahead of all of us. So evidently the old guy was trying to show off, so he was walking in front of the entire tour group. And then his legs gave out, and he just fell in the middle of the road. So then, that's why I was riding up the hill, he said to go up and take him to the next place to find the bus, but we couldn't find the bus because it was behind us. So I ended up just driving like really far, and then he started getting nervous because we were going too far. And then once we got here, I told a policeman his story. But I told the man, I said, just wait here. I said, if you're on a bus, the bus will come here and stop. But he wanted to head back. So I'm like, I'm not driving you back. I gotta eat. So I told the policeman his story, and the police put him on the back of a motorcycle, which worried me, because if he's not physically strong enough to walk, he might not be physically strong enough to hold on, you know? He might fall off the back of the bike. But evidently he was okay, because the cop took him back down the mountain, found his bus, probably pulled over and like stopped the bus, put him back on the bus, and the bus came back up to where we were. And then the man's son came up and he spoke good English, and he was thanking me. He's like, thank you for rescuing my father. And I'm like, and I said to the guy, I said, next time you need to watch him. And everybody laughed. It was a big group of people. And he's like, he was walking ahead of us. He likes to show off. The man's English was really good. He said he's a pioneer. That's good English for an Asian. And, well, for anyone really. It's good English for an Asian or an American. How about that? And, yeah, so that was nice. My good deed for the day. Hey guys, I got a question. Why do old people take pictures? I mean, young people take pictures so that they can look at them when they get old. But why do old people take pictures? It's like, you know, like in a few years from when they take them, they're going to be gone anyways. So they take the picture and then they get home and then look at it like that day. Because if they wait a few weeks, it might be too late. What's the point? So this is Hualien's rock beach. It's all rocks. It's actually pretty comfortable to walk around though. I'm wearing shoes. It's actually better than sand in some ways, because the water came in. The water came in. A bunch of people yelled, and I looked at a bunch of people running. Her boots are all wet. It's okay. Oh, that poor lady. She's soaked. Yeah, the big one there. Yeah, that one. See? I'll find another one that's a little bit smaller. Okay, that's a good idea. Whoa. Pretty cool.
Now do the tiniest one.
Well, we can probably do a few more smallers. Find another one that's a little bit. Careful.
You know the tiniest one?
That's too small. You can find a smaller one. I'm really surprised by how much he enjoys playing with rocks. Like, I guess it's obvious kids like playing with rocks, but once we got here, he just wants to stay here. He doesn't want to go to the next place. He's forgotten about the hotel. I'm like, do you want to go ahead to the hotel? He's like, no, we just got here. And meanwhile, everywhere else I go, we're like beautiful, gorgeous roads, mountains, temples, stuff like that. He's like, let's get going. And then we get here, and he just wants to stay. Yeah, well, that's pretty good. It's a good tower. How many rocks have we used? 1, 2,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 rocks. That's a big one.
How about them?
They used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's 8 too. So we got to put another one on so we can win.
But now we can't have this.
No, move that one off and then put another one on and then another one. Woo! Good, JD. Ooh, go fast.